Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video on YouTube. My name is Dan O'Brien, and I started this page, Just Common Sense Financial Advice, because everyone, and I mean everyone, should really care about this incredibly important topic, financial literacy. I'm not a certified financial advisor, but I am passionate about sharing practical strategies for financial success, and I realize financial success varies from person to person, family to family, etc. But I'm going to share real life experiences from our home and what I have been able to do, as well as my wife, using a lot of these just common sense advice. Some call me frugal, some call me cheap, others call me smart. Through intentional budgeting, maximizing like company sponsored retirement plans, having Roth IRA set up, and most importantly, honest and open communication with, in this case, my wife. Insert spouse, partner, life partner, etc. Getting on the same page with your better half is incredibly important. I am not a believer in separate accounts. I think that sets itself up for secret purchases, secret, hiding of accounts. Look, in order to become like financially independent, to think of retirement as a next phase in one's life, like there's no reason couples should not have merged finances. I mean, it can't be this is mine and this is yours, and I earned this, so I keep that, and you only earn that, so you can keep that, and you can have your account over here, so you can do this and that. Like, one account. Just talk to one another, right? This is what I mean about common sense financial advice. If someone makes $85,000 and another person makes $65,000, that's $140,000 dual income into a household, as opposed to separate accounts, and I'll pay this because I earned this much more than you, so I'm going to pay X% more on the utilities. No, scrap that. Really bad idea. That'll keep you stuck in a bad way of thinking about life. Okay? Why do I say all this? Our family has achieved jointly, and by the way, this conversation doesn't happen just with adults. Like, our children have been a part of this upbringing, and it brings me joy to see them thinking about things the same way. Not all. They don't always agree with some of my choices and what I did, and that's fine. I'm just telling you what worked for me and our family. And there's a lot of other really smart YouTubers, other social media influencers, big personalities out there who swear up and down that their plan is the only plan that works, and that may be true for a lot of people. But I think at the end of the day, right, whether it be talking about this specific topic, life in general, why not take the advice of people who are successful and have accomplished what you're trying to do as well. Okay? So my advice is just that. It's advice that's worked for me. I think it works for you. It doesn't matter what your earnings are, whether you're, single, married, divorced, widow, widower, life partner. It doesn't matter. You get on some of these common sense financial advice trains and you're going to be good to go. Okay? My family and I, we have achieved the $1 million net worth club. Okay? More importantly, we've earned financial freedom and the happiness that comes with that. And what I want to empower you to take actionable steps to take control of your finances. Like every Friday afternoon, or worst case, Monday morning, right? People are heading into the office thinking, oh wow, and they know it. You're starting your work week and your goal is to get to Friday, but at the end of the week when paycheck comes, it's like, oh yeah, that's paying for a car, that's paying for some furniture company over there. I spent X amount of dollars at the Starbucks. We've eaten out, all this. We've eaten out so many times, this past week or month or whatever it is. Like, you're literally working to pay someone else. Literally working to pay for someone else's big fancy mansion, big fast sports cars. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So those are the kind of topics we're going to be talking about. Okay? Real life examples from me and our family, right? Good spending habits and saving techniques. Just general money management strategies. And so if you're looking for someone who can share their experience to become financially independent, I still work full time. This is another kind of conversation we'll have in the future about work and passion work and what it means to be an employee, what it means to be a colleague, finding a career that is decent paying, but also something you enjoy. Like, it's so possible. And it's all about how one frames things up in one's mind. Okay? Get rich quick. We see on social media all these influencers do this, do that, retire early, never work a day, again, beyond whatever age. Like, that's classic kind of like scam thinking. There are, there's stories of success, but nothing, I mean nothing, has replaced common sense financial advice that will get you on the track to where you need to be to become financially independent and happy. Okay? I'm going to guide you through what I think is absolutely, unequivocally good advice that is going to get you out of this trapped mindset about debt, and debt is good, and I just have this payment and I can do that, and all that sounds great until it's time to pay the bill. And then it's like, okay, like I got to take care of my Maslow's, hierarchy of needs, shelter, clothing, food, right? Like, oh yeah, you've got that. And then it's like, oh, I got my credit card bill. I've got the car payment bill. I've got, furniture bill here. I've got, something I'm paying off on some boat somewhere or some RV. Like, no. So we're going to talk about absolute do's and don'ts. Again, drawing on my success, what has worked for me. I'm not a financial, professional, but I am someone who has achieved financial stability. I work in a career that I love. I absolutely love what I do. I work in international education, and I've done so for the entirety of my career. I have no mortgage. We paid that off many years ago. My wife is a real estate agent. That has ups and downs. A couple years ago, right? A lot of real estate agents were doing great. Last year was a little soft. This year, it seems like maybe things are coming back. But why do I bring that up? Is because we've planned everything that we've done for the last 20, 15, 10, 5, and up to the present day. All that intentionality has led to a very happy home. I love what I do. My wife loves what she does. She's able to do this not because we're like super wealthy and we've got like a ton of income coming. No, it's because we live within our means. We budget our money. We tell it where to go, meaning the money, rather than at the end of the week, oh, I got to write this check so-and-so. I got to, send that payment in over there. No, we're telling our money where to go. It's through budgeting, open communication, conversation. Right? That's how we get there. So, that is what I'm talking about, okay? Common sense financial advice. If you're looking for it, it's here. I have it for you. So, we're going to talk a little bit more today about what I think are like 8 to 10 really good, common sense, actionable items that you can do today, right now, starting today, to get you on your way to where you want to be financially and to take control over your life. And it's hard work, like everything else. Again, forget social media and the influencers and wonderful images and beautiful locations and somebody has the newest item and the flashiest this or that. Like, that's hard. This is easy. And this is proven, and it will get you to where you want to be. Here we are. We're going to get right into it. Okay? Common sense financial advice. Here we go. Common sense financial advice. The very first thing that you should do is just get an emergency fund. Right? You hear that from all financial advisors and influencers and top money people. Like, an emergency fund. You set it aside. It's meant to be for exactly that, an emergency. Maybe 3 months of living expenses. Some people say 6. Some people like to have a year's worth. 3 to 6 is what we've followed through our life. And it's one of those budget items. Okay, it's not something you need to fulfill your emergency fund in one check. No, like say over the next 6 months, I'm going to set aside $25, $100, $500, whatever that means to you. You do it, and you start somewhere, because you make that one deposit. Maybe it's an envelope full of cash. Maybe it's just, sitting in your bank account, but that's there. Like, those are wins. That's a run on the board. You're winning, right? You got your emergency, and it's an emergency fund. You lose a job. You get injured on the job. Your tires got slashed. Your refrigerator broke down. Like, this is where you pull that money out of, because it's an emergency, and you pay for those. And then it becomes a financial, it's an inconvenience, right? Like, oh man, nobody wants to go spend $500 to repair something. But you know something? It's a lot easier to take cash and pay for that than to put it on the credit card, pay minimum monthly payments on that, and next thing you know, 5 years later, you're still paying on that thing, and it's cost you 3 times that of a new refrigerator. Like, it's crazy, okay? So, emergency fund, right? Like, number one. Okay, maybe you can put budgeting as number one, emergency number two, emergency fund number two. But you've got to get control of where your money is going. And this is where it's critical, if you have a partner or whether you're doing this thing solo, right? If you're in a long-term committed relationship, y'all should get together, work on your budget. Very simple. Back of the envelope, put it in an Excel spreadsheet. One column, you got your income, your full-time job, your take-home pay, your partner's take-home pay. You got a side hustle, you do something on the side, like your income on one side, your expenses on the other. Okay? No doubt about it. That's the very first thing or second thing you should do. You got to know what's coming in and what's going out. And there's a lot of free apps out there. Just pick one. Don't pay for it. You can buy add-ons and you can upgrade to a one that has a pay option, but there's free out there, and why not use it? Basically, you just want to know where my money is, where it's coming in, where is it going out, okay? It'll be really eye-opening. And if you track every penny, dollar, if you track every paycheck, what's coming in and what's going out, it's going to be really eye-opening. Really eye-opening, okay? Some other common sense advice. Avoid debt at all costs where possible, okay? Except for your home. That's kind of a common, understood debt that I think most financial planners, most personalities out there who talk about, debt, like a mortgage debt, okay, like not ideal, but it is one of your major wealth building tools is to own a home. Of course, the problem is people then take money out of their home in forms of home equity lines of credit, or, they're borrowing against it, they're using it as collateral for something that they can't afford or shouldn't be buying anyway, most likely. But if you can avoid credit card debt, car payments, if possible, corporate, other like charge cards from retail industry, rich people did not get rich because they decided to go after credit cards that have like a point scheme to them. Okay? Like, it's just wrong. It's not a way to get wealthy. It's a way to keep you broke. Okay? We're going to talk about that in a future video. Like, bad debt versus good debt. Okay? Like, there's going to be a lot of comments about that, so I'm looking forward to that thread, that conversation. Live below your means, right? That's about getting on the budget, tracking your money. Like, avoid a lifestyle that is way above your means. You can have aspirations to do something. You should have activities. You should have hobbies. Those are all important things to do. But you shouldn't be going into debt for it. Okay? Insurance is another area that I think is misunderstood, and people can get into a trap being overinsured, right? You got to have adequate health insurance. You have to, right? Things happen. Deaths occur, right? Car accidents happen. House fires happen. Trees fall on homes. Trees fall on cars. Like, all of that can be true. Life insurance, right? Really important piece of financial planning is life insurance. And there's all kinds of scams out there. Oh, you need a whole life. You know, you need, 15 times your earnings. Well, that may be true for a period of time, right? Like, time-based insurance plans are okay. Somebody who's 55 or 60 should not have a whole life insurance policy, right? Unless they're like super wealthy and they've got like a whole bunch of assets that are out there and homes and other accounts that, need to be insured, or all that stuff, or you're older parents and you've got young children at home. And remember, life insurance is supposed to cover the family in an unfortunate death of a high earner or the earner in the family. But if you're budgeting, if you're saving and investing, if you are, working a plan that is common sense, by the time you're 50 or 55, you should have enough money in your retirement plans to cover your family, your spouse, your children, if you were to pass unexpectedly. We can talk about that in another conversation as well. You've got to save and invest. I mean, you just have to. You can't spend more than you bring in because you'll never get ahead. And you have to invest. And you can invest small to start, but this statement is true. If you are in your 20s and you invest even smaller amounts, $25, $50, $100, whether that be a week or a month, that has 30 years to accumulate until your mid-50s, right? With continuous contributions, etc. I don't care who you are. Like, 30 years of compounding interest and investments is going to create a huge amount of retirement savings for you. Juxtapose that to someone starting in their late 30s, mid to late 40s, even 50s. It's never too late to start saving for your retirement, okay? But the later you choose to start saving, the less you'll have, the more aggressive one needs to be to catch up, okay? So, those are like really common sense strategies, and we're going to get into those in future discussions and videos. But I thought it was important to at least give you a little bit of an overview of where I'm coming from and what my experiences have been, thinking about my present life, where I want to be in my future life, things I want to accomplish in my life that's fulfilling, opportunities for me and my wife to do things together, spend time with the grandchildren, go camping and fishing and backpacking and crafting and all kinds of stuff that we have, that we love to do and want to continue to do even beyond our working years. And I hope you stick with me. I know there's going to be some maybe a lot of disagreements, but let's have a civil discussion about this. I'm learning, you're learning, everybody's continuously learning about financial planning, about spending, about saving. So we'll do it together. And I look forward to having you be a part of this. So we are going to end this for today. We are going to reconnect really soon. And I hope you've had a great start to the week. And I look forward to seeing you in another post and video. Thanks and have a great day.